This entire video requires a headphone warning. I am absolutely fuming with this game, and the entire video is me shouting. I don't know what to say at this point. Honestly, I really right now wish that there was no demonetization for swearing in the first 30 seconds of your video, because this is ridiculous, and DICE and EA can be held accountable for this, and you do have the eligibility to take this to court, because this is not right. So just quickly, before we jump into this one, as always, if you're not subbed, make sure you sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to support me further, links in the description. Yeah, we've had a little tweet from them just like shortly before their investors call, or their earnings call, whatever you want to call it. So listen to this. Bearing in mind, when you purchase a year one pass, that content has to release within the first year. So you've waited patiently to hear from us. No fucking shit, we've waited patiently. We've been waiting like 2.5 months at this stage for an answer. You've waited patiently to hear from us on what we're doing to address the issues with Battlefield 2042 that you have told us about, and the direction you can expect to see us take in the months ahead. We are taking action on multiple fronts to address feedback and implement extensive fixes to the game, key features that are important to you, and getting team play where it needs to be. After the release of an update in early March, which will include improvements to scoreboards, subsequent updates will prioritise work that will include, but before we go into that, the scoreboard has been delayed. Their basic B-Tech fucking childish scoreboard has been delayed. It's not coming mid to late Feb, it's coming early March. That's if it doesn't get delayed again. And this is already 3 months after the game has come out. 2.5, 3 months after the game launched. And this is all for a fucking scoreboard. This is the only FPS I know in the world that doesn't have a proper scoreboard. But the subsequent updates will prioritise work that will include VOIP, so voice communication, and player profile, because you know you don't have a single stat in this game, it means nothing. A tighter squad loop, including a refined ping system. Why? The pinging works fine as it is. You need to sort your vehicle spawns and stuff out. And you also need to increase it from 4-player squads to 8 or something like that. There are 128 players in these matches, and you can't have more than 4 people in a fucking squad. Feedback-based improvements to gunplay, well, implement them now. They're based on feedback, you know what to do, fix it. Improved reward loop, no one gives a shit. By the time you release it, everyone's got all the levels they want to earn. I don't know if any of you have noticed recently, but you've got people popping off like 1,000-meter plus headshots in this game, and you're rewarded 50 XP for a kill. If you go back to a game that was made like 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago, you go back to Battlefield 4, you sit on Operation Firestorm, you pop someone on the other side of the map, say it's 1,200 meters, you're getting 1,200 XP, you're getting 1 XP for every meter that headshot is in distance. Also expanded tools, modes and tweaks to player experience gains in Battlefield Portal. You mean the mode that's fucking dead? You mean the mode that you continue featuring bullshit modes and your XP system don't work, put it that way. You've got people working their asses off making these custom game modes, and you can't even progress playing them. But when you feature something, you're featuring stuff that bigger content creators and stuff have made, and they're childish. They're Call of Duty modes. Musical fucking chairs. Call of Duty wouldn't even add that stuff in. But this is where it gets really juicy, and the bit that proper pissed me off. With a focus on improving these core elements of the game, and bear in mind I've tried keeping my cool with all of this, but this has pushed my buttons, it's pushed the boundaries, it's crossed the line, and I really hope there are none of you defending this in the comments. I really hope you go full throttle on these pricks at DICE and EA, and you hold them accountable for something you've paid up to $120 for. Because at this stage you are not getting what you paid for. So, upon the focus, or with a focus of improving these core elements of the game, we've made the big decision to move Season 1 to early summer. And I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment. The game has launched without a season, when the game is supposed to rely on season passes. But not only that, say for pure example, it comes out in July. Whatever they want to see as early summer, we'll say July. That's 8 months after the game has launched for a fucking season to start. It gets worse. I don't know how, but every single time I get to a bad point in a video, and it still somehow gets even worse. It will mark the start of a year where we will deliver 4 seasons, 4 new specialists, and new locations. So they can't even say how many maps they're going to bring into the game. But the thing is, starting off in the summer, if it is July as pure example, that is 4 months away from the game already being out for a year. So over that next year where they're going to deal with the year 1 pass stuff is not in year 1. That is false advertisement. That is theft of your money, and you need to kick off about this. Do not stand for it. They have fully, completely robbed you. Because what they have sold you is not the same product. And I really wish I had the power to take them to court myself. But I can't do anything because I haven't paid for this game. I'm still playing their trial that they fucked up with. Their 10-hour EA Play Xbox Game Pass trial, it never ended. It didn't register as a trial ever. So I've essentially got the full game for free. So I can't do anything about it. But my God, those of you that have paid money for it, it needs to be taken higher. It needs to... With all these platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, saying, oh yeah, EA are working on fixing it, you need to... I'll put the picture on screen right now so that you can screenshot it, send this to the support companies, and show them I am not getting what I paid for. I want my money back. This year 1 pass will carry over to way beyond the first year of release. I paid for it within the first year. Give me my money back. Because as I said, this gets worse. They also state, as well as the new locations and stuff, you get more new content. For all of you who purchased the year 1 pass as part of the Gold and Ultimate editions, we know this content is coming later than expected. Not expected when you fucking told everyone that it's coming. You released the year 1 pass to not actually release year 1 pass content in the first year. But for all of you that purchased it, we're giving you all an exclusive bundle containing a specialist skin, weapon and vehicle skins, a melee weapon, and player card. All to be delivered in the next update. So you're not even getting that for an entire month from now. And all you're getting is a fucking poxy skin. A few skins, a weapon, and a player card. You have to wait another month for it. We are also planning an improved player feedback process with all of you as we begin working on new changes, including map design. We'll be sharing our efforts with you, knowing that your feedback on the progress is critical. But you haven't taken any feedback up to this fucking point, so what is the point of taking any now? We are committed to and focused on ensuring Battlefield 2042 lives up to our ambitions and your expectations. It's a task we are dedicated to accomplishing. Well, you fucking failed so far. You had years to develop this game. You've had months to fix some of these issues or acknowledge them, and now you come with delays. But not delays to any random bit of content, to the year 1 pass that you have charged extra money for. This is unacceptable. And yeah, too right, this is an angry rant. I'm fuming. DICE need to be closed down and EA need to be taken to court for this. That's the only way to put it. They're going to be including map design. Yeah, it's too late. Far too late. You've got less than 5k concurrent players. No one's going to come back if you make it a bit more infantry focused. It's too late. You've already pushed your player base away. The only people you have right now are the ones waiting for the skins to come in the store. All the COD fanboys, all the teenagers. All your veterans are playing your older games. Look on Steam charts. Fucking hell, Battlefield 5 is bringing in 4 times the amount of players. Even Battlefield 1 picks up more players. I don't know how thick you have to be to not fucking understand what the community want as a company. Just listen and pay attention to it. This is actually unbelievable. I can't actually fucking believe that this is what they've said. And you know, the only reason they've put this out and said this, because they don't care. They never have done, they never will do. They don't care about map design. They would have paid more attention when they were designing the maps. The only reason they've done this is because they know that whoever is going to be in charge of these investor calls, which are happening later today, they're not going to say a fucking word about this game. they're going to avoid it like the plague because they don't want to speak about it because their investors are going mad. They're just going to shut every bit of conversation off, or they're at least going to try and keep everything to a minimum. Unbelievable that this stuff is accepted in the gaming industry. How there's no consumer protection. How these platforms have to wait for approval for refunds. Fuck that. Overrule it. Give players refunds. This is theft, it's false advertisement, it's misleading, it's unbelievable. But I'm leaving the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about this in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed the rant.